such a way that we operate best based on fear. You don't speed on the highway because you don't want to get a ticket, you don't want to get into an accident, you don't want to hurt somebody else, and so on and so forth. We don't take stuff that doesn't belong to us because we don't want to get caught, we don't want to be embarrassed, we don't want to hurt somebody else, and so on and so forth. We don't sit at home and do nothing and go to work instead, even though we don't like work. The reality is we go to work even though we don't want to. Why? Because we don't want to be homeless, we don't want to starve to death, and so on and so forth. We don't yell at our spouse and insult them because, again, we know that if we do yell at them, we do insult them, it'll hurt the marriage, it'll hurt the relationship, it'll hurt a lot of things. Loving Hashem is fantastic. It's just not something that, first of all, everybody can acquire. Number two, you can't acquire it without fearing Hashem first anyway. And three, that by itself is not going to stop you from sinning. That love of Hashem is not by itself going to stop you from cheating on your wife. There are many guys that cheat on their wife even though they love them. There are many women that cheat on their husband even though they love them. There was a recent horrible statistic that came out of Eretz Yisrael, Hashem Yirachem, and they said that women and men are just as likely to cheat on each other now. In the past, there was a men's problem because of their physical desires. Apparently, the women have become like men. They're just as likely to cheat on each other. Wait, but they all love each other. They all said, oh, I love them at first sight. I love her at first sight. Okay, so why'd you cheat on her? Oh, you know, well, you love her though, no? Yeah, I love her. Why? Because love by itself does not stop us from doing stupid things. Primary thing that a person has to have is Yirat Shamayim. And that's where the Gemara says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu only created the world for you to fear Him. You have to acquire Yirat Shamayim so you don't sin. Because when you sin, you disconnect.